Hey everyone, it's Johnny, your independent Scentsy consultant. Welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited because UPS finally showed up and got me my testers for fall and winter, which if you didn't know, our catalog is switching over at the end of the month. So August 1st will be in the fall winter catalog, which also arrived today, and I was already diligently busy marking it up. So what I wanted to do, and I'm going to break this into a couple of videos to make it a little bit less crazy to deal with and super long, especially because some of you already know about some of the returning scents and what they'll smell like, so those will be in a separate video. So this video, I want to kind of go over what scents are continuing on from the spring and summer catalog that you'll see again in the fall winter, what the continuing scents are from previous fall winters from Scentsy that are coming back for this season, and we'll go through those and sniff those all out in a separate video because that will take quite a bit of time. But in this video, we're going to talk about and sniff out the 10 new scents coming to the catalog this fall and winter season. So, really quick, if you would like and subscribe to my channel and videos, that would be great. I will try to post as frequently as I can and keep you up to date. I like to do my honest feedback. You get to see bamboo. I mean, it's a win-win, right? So, with that being said, I'll list my information. So if you have any questions or you want to make an order, you can feel free to follow the links in the description below. All right, so without further ado, let's talk about the scents that are going to be in our fall winter catalog. So first off, let me just really quickly go over the scents that are coming and continuing over from the spring and summer. I know we had I think it was 50 scents that retired or something crazy like that. But these are the ones that did not get the chopping block this time around, and you will be able to continue ordering them. They are Aloe Water and Cucumber, Amazon Rain, Apple Butter Frosting, Apple Cherry Strudel, Baked Apple Pie, Berry Bright, Black Raspberry Vanilla, Blue Grotto, Blueberry Cheesecake, Brownie Batter, Butter Pecan, By the Sea, Clean Breeze, Clothesline, Coconut Lemongrass, Jammy Time, Just Breathe, Lemon Verbena, Luna, Mystery Man, Newborn Nursery, Perfectly Pomegranate, Saddle Up, Sea Salt and Avocado, Sheer Leather, Squeeze the Day, Sugar Cookie, Sun-Kissed Citrus, Vanilla Bean Buttercream, Weathered Leather, and Welcome Home. And then from the licensed bars, we also have Dumbo Circus Parade continuing on, and Mickey Mouse and Friends, as well as Marvel 9 Realms. So those are the ones that are from the spring and summer that you will still find in the fall and winter catalog. So if one of your favorites is one of those, rest assured you can order them to your heart's desire. Okay, let's talk really quick about the returning fall and winter scents for this season, and then the last part of this video will be on the new ones and sniffing them out. So returning fall and winter scents include Apple and Cinnamon Sticks, Autumn Hearth, Autumn Sunset, Be Merry, Blood Orange Spice, Candied Cranberry Pecan, Caramel Apple Craze, almost said glaze, Cedar Cider, Christmas Cactus, Christmas Cottage, Cider Mill, Cinnamon Bear, Clove and Cinnamon, Cozy Cardigan, Cozy Fireside, Cranberry Garland, Eskimo Kiss, Evergreen and Grapefruit, Farm Stand Pumpkin, First Day of Fall, Homestead Holiday, Honey Pear Cider, Hug in a Mug, Iced Pine, I'm Snow Over It, Maple Apple Bourbon, Perfect Peppermint, Perfect Pumpkin Pear, Pretty and Plaid, Pumpkin Cinnamon Swirl, Pumpkin Roll, Silver Bells, Snowberry, Snowquist Cranberry, Stroopwafel Delight, Vanilla Mint, Very Merry Cranberry, Very Snowy Spruce, and Winterberry Apple Tea. And we also have returning in the licensed collection, 100 Acre Woods. So if you didn't know that the Winnie the Pooh collection, including his warmer and the Scentsy Buddies, are going to be back for the fall and winter. So if you didn't get those, this would be a great time to get them. All right. So, and like I said earlier, I will go through in a separate video sniffing through all of those returning fragrances, but just to keep this a little bit shorter and get right to the new stuff, I wanted to separate it. So here are their 10 new scents coming in. We're just gonna go in order alphabetically. Let me pull up the correct page. And I will let you know what category they're in. I'll read the description and we'll sniff them out together. I have not sniffed any of these yet. Okay. So the first one we have is Almond Croissant. It's a bakery category. It is a fresh baked croissant that is made even more heavenly with cinnamon sugar and an infusion of almond. Okay, so this is essentially a slightly almond version of Churro Churro. Which, and I'm not even sure that I get a whole lot of almond, to be honest. Maybe, I mean, it's like a softer version of Churro Churro. Like Churro Churro has like more of like a doughy, greasy kind of note to it. This one has more of like a drier, almondy pastry note. Yeah, I mean, it's really good. I was surprised that I like Churro Churro as much as I did. But I guess this is kind of like the fall winter version of Churro Churro. So if you didn't get to pick up Churro Churro, I would suggest trying this one out. Because at least on cold, it's pretty darn close. Like, if I didn't know that this wasn't Churro Churro, I'm not entirely certain that I would be convinced that it wasn't. I mean, there's maybe a little bit less sugary, spicy note, cinnamony note or whatever that Churro Churro has, but it's pretty close. So it's good. I like that one. All right, let's move on. We have apple, just one apple. Apple and oats. Lots of oats, one apple. This is also a bakery scent. This is described as rich, buttery oats, caramelized apple, and warm hints of cinnamon beckon straight from a farmhouse kitchen. A brown wax for your lovely desires. Okay. I like it. This is weird because I don't usually like bakery-based scents. It smells like... It smells like cinnamon apple oatmeal. Like the Quaker Instant stuff. Which I actually like eating. I don't know if I want my house to smell like this, but I will be honest, it kind of smells like the cinnamon apple oatmeal. But the good news is, I think... What was it? We had a scent, Perfectly Oatmeal or Perfect Oatmeal or something like that, that smelled like soggy, moldy bread or something weird, and I just wanted to... It smelled like a dog left in the rain too long. This actually smells like what I'd hoped the other one would have smelled like. Yeah, it's a little drier, so you don't get like a creamy note or anything. It's like dry oats and apple. But maybe if you just add a little bit of water, it'll be instant oatmeal as well. I like this, though. I'm surprised. Okay, so 2 bakery things I like so far, which is strange. Maybe it's just I'm tired of fruity, citrusy summer scents. It could be that, too. All right, third one on our list is, that is also from the bakery category, is Breakfast in Bed. And this is described as, oh, it's like a burgundy mulberry colored wax. Wake up to a warm pumpkin pastry filled with black raspberry and topped by a sweet cinnamon drizzle. Well, I smell the, what is this, black raspberry? I kind of get the pastry note. You know what it kind of reminds me of? It kind of reminds me of sweet plum pastry, but black raspberry version. Like, it's a rich pastry, fruity note. Or like if you had apple cherry strudel, but instead of apple cherry, you had black raspberry. It kind of reminds me of that too. It's like they took, I think one other consultant that I saw previewing some of these had mentioned it kind of smells like if you mix black raspberry vanilla with a pastry. And I can kind of see that, although I don't know if I get the complete vanilla note. I think it's more just black raspberry, cinnamon, and pastry. I vaguely get the pumpkin. It's more just pastry to me. But yeah, it smells good. I don't know. I guess if you never got to try or get a tester or a bar or find sweet plum pastry, you might enjoy this version. It's less, well, obviously it's less plum, but it's maybe not quite as rich on the fruity note, at least on cold. It may be a completely different monster when it's warmed, but it kind of reminds me of sweet plum pastry, but in black raspberry. So, all right, I guess I like bakery scents as of tonight. Maybe tomorrow my scent will change. So those 3 of the 10 new ones are bakery. The next 2 we're going to cover are the fruity ones. So the first one is Cloudberry Dreams. This is sweet raspberry and a whisper of rose. Rose? Soar through billowy bursts of peach and vanilla. Ooh. I think you kind of lost me at rose and peach. I feel like I'm not going to be a fan of this one because I'm not a huge peach person. Well, actually. Oh, maybe it smelled better before I did that. It kind of reminds me a little bit of like, I think we had a scent once called like blackberry meringue or something. It was like a light berry sort of smell. I get like hints of that popping up. I definitely can smell the rose. I'm not a huge rose person. I'm still trying to get through that stupid bar of Simply Rose, which is like land of rose for your eternity from Bring Back My Bar. This is nice. I think that the raspberry and the rose help tone down the peach because, like, I think Mickey and Friends is one that is, like, really, like, in-your-face peach, and I just can't do that one. It does really not cool things to my nose. But I could probably see myself warming this. It's just like a sweet berry scent. I do get the vanilla in there. I guess that also tones it down a little bit. It's all right. I don't know if I would particularly be wild about this. But hey, if you like fruity scents, if you like raspberry, if you like peach and vanilla, this may be something you want to try. I guess I smell the rose. It's like a floral berry note, but I don't know. I also have Thunderstorm in my warmers right now, and Simply Rose, and Farmer's Market, and something else. So there's like a whole lot of floral and rose going on, so I may not be smelling the entirety of the rose in here. Okay. The other fruity one that is in this collection is called Autumn Road Trip, and this one is take a tour through crisp harvest apple, just picked Anjou pear, and a forest of towering silver oak. This might have promise. Ooh, okay. Definitely get the oak, the woodsy note. It has like a leaves sort of vibe to it. Oh, this is good. It's like, what does it remind me of? The oak reminds me of, I think it's like Better Homes and Gardens has like an apple and oak scent. It's not quite as apple-y, like juicy apple as that one. It's more of like a mellowed out harvest, as they call it, harvest apple. But you definitely get like the oak note in there. Or, yeah, it is oak. I'm not crazy. Okay. Ooh. I guess, I don't know if I smell pear specifically. Maybe it gives a sweetness to the scent. I don't know. I guess, yeah, maybe. I think it's like the apple and pear mixture along with the woodsy note. That kind of gives me like a fall leaves sort of vibe. That's really good. This will be something that I definitely want to be trying to warm in, maybe not in August because it's still technically summer, but September I would definitely give this a go. I do like that one. That's, Ooh, we'll have to rate these afterwards. Okay. So we got 5 down. We have 3 bakery, 2 fruity notes. Now let's move on to the last 5. So we have 2, well, let's do the spicy one. Let's do the spice note. So the spice one is Dancing Sugar Plums. It's plum colored. How ironic. Rich spice plum falls right into step with visions of vanilla and sweet cinnamon apple. So we got plum, vanilla, and cinnamon apple. Ooh, you get the plum, and you definitely get cinnamon. What's the other? I don't know if I get vanilla. Maybe a little bit. I do get the cinnamon. I get like a juicy note, which is probably the apple, but I don't know if I'm necessarily like get blazing apple in my face. I think it just sweetens up and juicifies the plum. That's a terrible description. This is good though, because plum can sometimes be a little bit heavy and a little too rich. This one, yeah, it's nice. I think the apple really helps it out. I could do without the cinnamon note, honestly, because everything in fall and winter is like cinnamon, cinnamon this, cinnamon that. Would you like cinnamon with a side of cinnamon served in your cup of cinnamon with like a bagel of cinnamon? So it's really good. I kind of wish that there wasn't cinnamon in it, but other than that, this is a yummy fragrance. So that's in the spice category. All right, so we have now 2 woodsy and 2 fresh. Let's do our woodsy ones. We have Around the Campfire, which is this gray charcoal-y color, which is Make Some Memories in the Mountain Air as notes of fresh fallen wood and smoky embers help set the scene. Let's find out. Oh, well, hello there. This is like you're at a campfire, not even around the campfire. Wow, they nailed it. It's super smoky, but it's not like the smoke where it's like my lungs are dying sort of smoke, like where it's like billowing in your face. It's kind of like the campfire has kind of dwindled down, or like the embers left behind after you put out the fire, where it's kind of still like flickering and smoldering, but it's not actually like giving off smoke and soot and whatnot. Ooh, I do get the mountain air upper note, which really gives a nice balance to the smokiness that they have going on in here. Fresh fallen wood. I don't know if I specifically would say it's fresh fallen wood, but I definitely get the woodsy component to this. Maybe it's in there, like the balance between that and the smokiness. Ooh, I could smell this for a while. It smells like I'm outdoors camping in the woods. Or camping on the beach. Like when you have like a beach bonfire and then you put it out and it's just like you smell it, but it's not choking you out. Ooh, this is good. I didn't know how I would feel about this. Now, I will say, I'm not sure if I want my house to apartment to smell like the remnants of a campfire, but it does smell good on coal. That might be a contender for my top scents out of these new ones. All right. I'm spending way too much time on these, but oh well. Just For You is the other woodsy one. Just For You. Ha 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 ha. But all right. Wild Blackberry offers its one-of-a-kind sweetness to a forest of fir, balsam, and pine needles. Ooh, ooh. Hold up, wait a minute. Oh, and then There comes the balsam and the pine. Okay, well, before I, like, warmed it, I got a burst of the, what is it, blackberry? Blackberry, and I was sold because it reminded me of there's, like, some scent-sicles that are, like, berry and pine or whatever they're supposed to be, and I love those. Ooh, I wonder if you warm this, if the berry will come out again like it just did. Because if it does, this might be one of my new favorites. It's a very strong, like, sinus clearing, fir and pine sort of scent. Like, whoo, okay. But I do like that there's a sweetness to this. Ooh, I really hope the blackberry and warming comes out for more, because this could be one of my favorites. All right, well, Johnny likes the woodsy notes. All right, we have 2 more. This is also why I didn't want to do all the other ones today, because I'm already taking forever on new fragrances. We have Best in Snow. I think they're so punny. Frosted evergreen, cool mint, and a breath of pure icy air posed together in a prize-winning winter snapshot. This is in the fresh category. I don't know how I feel about this scent, which is not a very good descriptor. So I smell the cool mint, which kind of reminds me of gum more than anything else. Like a spearmint, cool mint gum. I smell a little bit of the green evergreen note. It's not super evergreen though. It's less of like the tree and more of like the cool mint. And then the icy air, which I guess is some sort of minty kind of tone. It's kind of like when you have like a minty gum and then you go to breathe in the air out, like, and inhale through your mouth, and everything's just like a burst of cold and then mint and like all at once, and it's refreshing. That's kind of what this reminds me of, with a little bit more of a green, like evergreen background note. It's definitely more on the mintier side of the whole situation. I don't know how I feel about this. Like, to me, like, that first burst just reminds me of, like, my spearmint gum. I know it's cool mint, but 6 of one, half of another. I think they're all kind of the same. It's not a bad scent. It's pleasant, but it just, to me, it reminds me too much of, like, the gum that I like to chew. So I feel like if I was taking an adventure in my own mouth while I was chewing gum, this would be what I kind of would envision it to smell like. It's, like I said, it's not bad, and I'm curious to see how it'll smell when warmed, because it may change and be something I love. But on cold, I'm okay with it. It's nothing crazy. And then our last one is called Sleigh All Day. There's so many puns this time, I can't. All right. Snow-kissed mint and juniper keep their cool as they dash through the crisp mountain air. All right. That's not bad. Ooh, okay. Just kidding. After I kind of like... So the reason I'm rubbing these, if you don't know, I'm not crazy, is because the heat of your body can kind of warm up the oils a little bit. Oh, this may actually... This might be my favorite of the new 10. Honestly, it's a toss-up. There's a couple there, but because this has given me some good vibes. The mint in this kind of reminds me of a little bit of like the mint in Silver Bells, which I'm head over heels with, but it also kind of reminds me of Frosted White Birch, which I absolutely adore. This is kind of like the spawn of those two. Ooh, and you get the juniper. Oh, okay, this is probably my favorite, I'm not gonna lie. I could throw this in a warmer right now and be happy. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna be slaying all day and night and all season long, because that's definitely a winner here. Ooh, that is so good. Okay, I'm gonna stop huffing it. All right, so let's go over these one more time, kind of give my initial impressions. I think my favorites on first sniffs would probably be definitely Sleigh All Day. That is a yummy one. I definitely was pleasantly surprised with Breakfast in Bed. That's a really good contender. It does kind of remind me of sweet plum pastry. Maybe. And then maybe the third one would be, nope, that smells like toothpaste. Ooh, as I'm torn. I feel like my third, okay, I lied. I'm just gonna do top 5. So out of the new ones, definitely Sleigh All Day and Breakfast in Bed are my top 2 that really stand out to me. The next 3 that I would probably go for would be Dancing Sugar Plums, Just For You, because it's like a blackberry and piney note, which is really intriguing to me. And then Almond Croissant, because it's like a sort of churro dupe with more almond in it. So those would be my 5. I am curious to see how Autumn Road Trip will pan out. It smells good, but I don't know if I'm like in love with it, because I don't feel that it's necessarily anything groundbreaking or unusual. Wow, I can't talk anymore. I'm not a fan of Cloudberry Dreams overall. I feel like Apple and Oats smells good, but it's kind of dry, and I feel like you'd maybe want to mix this with something like a vanilla or something creamy to get it to the consistency of scent that you'd want. So that's why I didn't quite make the top 5. I'm really curious about Around the Campfire. I'm just worried it's going to be too smoky for my tastes. Because that sometimes, like even Bonfire Beach, I can deal with and it smells great, but then after a certain point, I'm like, okay, this is enough. And then Best in Snow, it smells, I can't decide if it smells more like the chewing gum that I like, or it smells more like my toothpaste. But it's one of those two. So I don't think it's particularly best in anything, but it's a pleasant scent. I just don't think I want my house smelling like what I think my toothpaste smells like. So those are the top 10. Then they will all be available starting August 1st. Those are my thoughts. Remember, everyone's sniffer is different. I don't know the strength on any of them because I haven't warmed them yet. I just got them today. So I will, at some point, warm through the testers and see kind of how they do. I'm sure at some point I'll just pick up a bar of each of them and try them out, because usually, even though the testers give you an idea, if you really want to get an honest feedback on how it's going to perform, you really need to get a bar of it, because you just get more wax and then you can actually see how it performs. But those are the first top 10. Like I said earlier in the video, if you stick around this long, I will be doing a review of all the returning fall winter scents in another video, just to kind of keep it separate from this. And for those of you who already know those scents, you don't get to sit through a whole nother section of this. If you have any questions about these, let me know. If you have smelled through any of these, please let me know your thoughts on these new 10. I'm always curious, and if you think, based on my opinions and first sniffs of these, any ideas on what to maybe compare them with in a future trial, let me know as well, because I'm starting my journey on trying to mix scents a little bit, and we'll see how that goes. Anyways, I'm gonna let you go because I gotta run and get off to some clients and teach some music lessons. Woo! All right, so I'll talk to you later. Bye.